Hello guys, I'm Sammy from hackerbad.net, and today we're going to have a look at how to get back a banned game account. So you got banned for cheating, hacking, botting, exploiting, real world trading accounts, whatever. Like, you got banned either because you actually did something that wasn't okay or because you got falsely flagged or whatever. So how can you get your account unbanned? How can you get your account back to working? So, obviously, I work with a cheating website, so I've had quite some experience with, a lot of accounts botting, hacking myself, and getting back a lot of the banned accounts that I've had, working with other people that had their accounts banned for botting and so on. Yeah, so I've had some experience with this. Now, the first thing that you need to realize that's really important, okay, and a lot of you guys will not like to hear this, the account doesn't belong to you. You're not entitled to anything, all right? Now, the contract that you usually agree to when you sign up for a game or you purchase the game or whatever, the contract basically says that they can delete your account, they can refuse you service for any reason whatsoever if they feel like it, because the account belongs to them, it's their service. That's also why online games can be discontinued at some point, right? A lot of online games, if they get old, they're just like, well, we're closing the servers, okay? Nobody's entitled to actually play it at all. You need to know that. And if you're gonna interact with customer support and so on, you must know this and you must treat them with respect, because you rely on them to even have a chance at getting your account back. Okay, you're at their mercy, and if somebody has a knife to your throat, it's probably not a wise thing to get angry at them and rage at them. Okay, you have to cooperate. They have a knife at your throat. Okay, and if you're like, well, I'm gonna sue you, class action lawsuit and so on, that's not gonna do anything, because legally you can do absolutely nothing and they can do absolutely everything. Okay, so, and by the way, they're probably richer than you too, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Anyway, so that's really important to know. You're at a disadvantage, you rely on them, you're at their mercy. Now, there are a few ways of doing this. Okay, now, the safest way, the easiest way of doing things is just being honest. In my opinion, like the second best way of doing things, but you know about that. Like, if you want to be a brony, you're just like, yeah, I did something wrong, I deserve to be punished, but please have mercy on me, okay? I've seen that working a bunch of times. The problem is with that is it really depends on what kind of support person you get. It depends on the game, if they even have the right to give you back access to your account. And also it helps if you're doing this, if you've been profitable for them, if you have spent money on the game and so on. But yeah, this is a safe method, because what you have to know is that you have exactly one shot with support. One shot. You can't change your story. If you change your story, you lose. You'll never get your account back, because they're not stupid, okay? They'll notice if you change your story. So, being honest is the easiest thing, because you don't have to make up a story. Also, you don't have to lie, which for some people that's a problem, including me. But yeah, this is a tutorial on how to get your account back. This isn't necessarily a tutorial on how to be a morally perfect person. Then the second one is obviously lying. I don't know. I have no idea, right? Or maybe you really don't know, in which case it's just being honest, right? But you can just pretend that you don't know anything, but that's not going to work in most cases, because they have evidence, they have people reporting you. If you've been hacking and it's a code that they detect, they know that you're lying, and so on. Like, this has the lowest chance of working, because it's just too general, it's too stupid. And then the best method, in my opinion, but morally questionable, is I got hacked. Okay, but it's not that easy. You need to make it more complex than just I got hacked. Now, as you know, there are, as most of you probably know, there are these fake tools online. The best known one is probably the Clash of Clans, fake generators for gems and elixir and gold and so on, right? Now, a bunch of these tools, what they will do is they will record your login data, okay? They'll ask you to log in, they'll ask you to give them your username, your password, which is stupid if you do that. But the thing is, customer support knows that a lot of people fall for that stuff, okay? And then their accounts get hacked. Now, what you're gonna wanna do, and this is, in my opinion, the best working method of getting your account back. It's dishonest, it's dishonorable, and so on. But this is a tutorial on how to get your account back, so whatever. You want to get your account back at any price, this is what you would try to do, because it works with almost any game and it works pretty well. But again, you need to stick to your story. You can't just go and be like, oh, I got hacked, and so on. And you need to plan. Like, you have one shot at this. Like customer support, they see all your tickets, they see your IP address, they see everything. Once you send the first ticket to player support to appeal the decision to ban your account, once you send that first ticket, you're locked into your story. Okay, you're locked into that. If you change your story, that's a dead giveaway. And these people aren't stupid. They're just gonna block you. They're gonna set your account to ignore, and you'll not be able to reach them again. You have one shot at this. One shot. That's important to note. One shot. So, how do you craft the damn I got hacked story? So let's say the game that you're trying to get your account back for is Clash of Clans, but you can insert like any name whatsoever, right? Whatever. I'm just gonna go to Google right here, and we're gonna search for a fake hack for any particular given game. So let's take Clash of Clans as an example. I'm gonna go for Clash of Clans gem hack. The goal here is to find a fake hack for your game. Like probably, for example, this is a fake hack, okay? Good. You copy and paste that URL, all right? And now what you're gonna wanna do is craft the message to send to these people. What you're gonna wanna do is pretend that you used a fake hack. Let's say that's the email that I'm gonna send to support. And let's also say, we're gonna use a little bit of a bigger font. Let's say 24, okay. Hello support, all right? Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pretend that you haven't logged into the game for some time, and now you have, all right? Don't log into the ticket system yet, okay? Just craft this email first. I haven't played the game for X months. And now I can't play at all right? I'm sorry I used the generator here. I was just wondering if it worked. It did not. Okay, so you're basically what you're doing is you're trying to act naive. You're trying to act as if you used this fake hack for X game, right? And it's helpful if you send them a link to it, right? So you're pretending that you gave them your login data and they hacked your account. They got into your account and they did whatever you did instead of you. Now, what's very important here is this will not work unless you change your IP address, because here's the thing. Customer support can see a lot of stuff. Like any ticket system, and ticket systems is where your support ticket will go, will show them your IP address. They will also know the IP address that logged into your account. Now this is important. This is very, very important. The IP address with which you send the ticket to support has to be different from the IP address that actually used your account and did something wrong. Okay, that's very important. So you need to change your IP address. Now I've already done this. As you can see, when I look up my IP address, what is my IP address? I should at the moment have a South Korean IP address. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how do you get to have a South Korean IP address? But essentially, the way I'm doing this is using this program right here. It's called Hide My. Essentially, what it does is it changes your IP address from your original, whatever that might be, to a IP address that you can basically choose. So I can choose any number of IP addresses from any number of countries, right? I could be in Australia, I could be in New Zealand, I could be in Peru, literally there's hundreds of countries here. Like, I could even be in the Republic of Congo, right? But to make it believable, since I'm in Switzerland, I would have to be in a European country. So, for example, France, Strasbourg. That would work. So I would connect to the Strasbourg server. By the way, link for this program in the description below. And yes, I would just connect to a random server in Strasbourg. And now, essentially, if I go back into Google, my IP address is changed again, as you can see right here. And if I go to what's my IP address, I am now in France, as you can see right here. I'm in Strasbourg, France. So this is the way to change your IP address. And again, that's really important because support can see the IP address of the person that exploited the game, and yours needs to be different, okay? Because you're trying to pretend that the evil hacker, which you gave your login data to in this fake generator that you sent them right here, that person did these things, right? And now support knows that this is a big problem and that a lot of people are falling for these kinds of generator thingies, right? So they know about the problem and they get hacked accounts all the time, and some of them get banned. So it's a very believable way of trying to get your account back. However, there is no guarantee that you'll get your account back. So essentially, the email that you would send them, the support ticket, would have to be sent through the IP address, another IP address than you usually have. The way you test that is just you Google what is my IP address, and then you need to use that IP address that you have every time you contact support, which is why I recommend using the software in the description of this video, because it allows you to connect to the same server every time so that your IP address, when you're using the support ticket to contact support, that it never changes, so that you're always the same person in their eyes, which is not the person that exploited the game, right? And as I've said, once you send the first support ticket, that IP address will be locked. And if it's the same one that exploited the game, they know it was you, okay? Then you can't actually claim that it wasn't you. So using a different IP address is very, very important. It's very important that this IP address stays the same, or at the very least is in the exact same city, okay? In my case, Strasbourg, France. This must not change. Very important. And you're going to send them more than one ticket, so you're going to have to have that over an amount of time, all right? Now, what also helps is claiming that your email got hacked as well. So basically, maybe try to remember when it was the first time that something weird happened on your account. And then you can go for, usually the way people hack accounts, game accounts, is they hack the email address first, okay? And then they use that to get to your game account. And then also you could add, for example, also my email whatever at gmail.com got hacked a few weeks back as well. All right. And then you just go like, please help. So you're playing like the naive person that got hacked, basically. And this is just a very simple example, very simple blueprint. I would say don't write too much, because if you're writing too much, they're going to get bored and they're going to see that it's just a very elaborate attempt at getting your account back. Just be very spontaneous about it, but plan it out, okay? Have the fake generator that's logging your password in there. Change your IP address, very important. It must not be the same IP address that you used to play the game and do things that maybe were not okay, whatever. Doesn't even matter if you did them or not, all right? This method only works if the IP address changes. And then, yeah, basically that would be the template. Hello, support. I haven't played the game for a few months and now I can't play at all. And then maybe sad face with a tear. Sad face with a tear. I'm sorry, I used the generator, Clash of Clans, whatever. You know, the scam, service scam keylogger thingy. And I was just wondering if it worked. It did not. And then maybe I am very sorry. Also, my email, whatever at gmail.com, got hacked. You know, the email that is connected to your account, very important. It has to be that email. I'm just going to put that into brackets. Email connected to the account. All right. There you go. Got hacked a few weeks back as well. Please help, right? Very important. I'm gonna have this whole thing in the description of this video as well, so you can just copy paste it and maybe edit it a little bit. But this is a very good template to try and claim that you got hacked by someone, right? Now, if you want to be very thorough, you would make sure that the fake hack that you're linking them to is definitely one that actually asks for your password, okay? But you're gonna have to come up with that yourself. So this is a good example. These people are getting your username, then maybe later your password and your email address and so on. So if you want to make sure, if you want to make this really perfect, then you make sure that the hack is actually a keylogger, all right, that you're linking them to. And essentially then what will happen is they will receive this and they will either believe you, and I can say from experience that a lot of people will believe you because it's a very elaborate one and it's actually something that happens to people, okay? There's actually fake generators out there that log your login data and that hack your account. Now, it will not have as high of a chance of working if the game you're playing doesn't have any player-to-player trading or anything like that. But even then, they might have just hacked your account to maybe sell it to someone or whatever. So it might still work. I would say the success rate of this one, in my experience, is something over 50%, okay? It's 50+% for sure. 50% plus success rate. I wouldn't say it's 70 or maybe 60, okay, maybe 60. It all depends on how believable you make it and on the game, and sadly it also kind of depends on the specific person that answers your ticket. Do they have a good day? Do they have a bad day? How long have they been working there? How many stories have they already heard? How good are they at smelling your bullshit, and so on. So, but that's the general success rate that I would give you. It's very important. You only have one shot at this. Now, the success rates for other methods, I don't know anything. I would say success rate of that is probably between 0 and 10% because just support doesn't give a crap, basically. Honesty and the success rate here is maybe 30 to 35%. Depending again on the game and so on, and if you've spent a lot of money or not. Being honest, however, that's the second best thing to do. It's the second most plausible thing. Guys, I did something wrong. I'm very sorry. Please give me back my account. I'm very, very sorry. I'm not going to do it again, right? That kind of stuff. And as I've said, this one success rate, 50 to 60% in my personal experience. Now, I've gotten back a few accounts that I've tried to trade this way. Around, I think it was 2 that I tried to trade that I got back this way, and another 2 that got banned because I was botting, basically. So I just it was useful also that it was close to release and there was a lot of exploiting going on and people's accounts were getting hacked and had no 2-factor authentication on my account and so on. So they actually believed me. But if you do it without changing your IP address, it's not going to be plausible because essentially the IP address that they see in their ticket system is going to be the exact same IP address that exploited the game. So that's very essential to this technique. You need to change your IP address and you need to use the same one every time you contact support for your browser because you want to act as if that was your actual IP address. And the other IP address that accessed your account and did something bad is not yours. And also important is if you actually get your account back, you need to keep using the IP address changer for at least a few months because your account might still be flagged. They might still be watching you. And at the very least, until the support ticket actually closes, you need to use the IP changer to bind to your game and make sure that the traffic, as you can see, for example, I bound my uTorrent and my Warframe and some other games to this program, so that anytime I use those programs, I'm going through this program and I'm using the changed IP address. That's important, okay? That's very important. I'm gonna have some tutorials linked in the description concerning that. You have to do that, at least until the ticket closes. Else they're gonna be like, oh no, this guy was totally lying to us. He's using his old IP address again to play the game, and we're gonna just ban him. Also, they have the opportunity to ban accounts automatically if a certain IP address accesses it, which they do in some cases. So if you're going back into your account with the IP address that you used to actually exploit the game, they're gonna ban you automatically. So very important to change your IP address. Anyways, I just wanted to make sure, because the saddest thing would be if you go through all this, you craft your email, you find the fake hack site, and you convince them that you're legitimate and that you just gave away your login data, and then they ban you because you forgot to change your IP address. So I just wanted to stress that. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching. I hope this helps you getting your accounts back, and yeah, see you guys later. Have fun.